Hello there, Faith Church, and particularly Men of Faith. Pastor Bryon here, and just wanting to really just take a couple minutes to extend and to emphasize the invitation that you've likely heard already to the men's conference that's coming up. That men's conference is November 1st and 2nd, Friday and a Saturday. It's coming up here in about a month. And so I'm excited about that. I'm excited to spend that time with the men. I'm excited to be encouraged and equipped alongside of you all. And just want to take a few minutes to talk a little bit about what that men's conference will look like. So, first of all, we want to connect men. So that's one of the main things. It's just those of us that have been around, or whether it's men that might be new to the church, just an opportunity to get to know, to build relationships with other guys, to get plugged into the ministry of the church. So that's part of it. Also, we want to encourage and equip men as well. You may remember a couple of months ago, we did a survey with the men of the church about ways that they would like to grow and things they would like to hear more about. And it's a couple things that were obvious were that the top two things were one was leading was leading families, living for Christ at home, right? So leading children and wives. And then the second thing that was most evident was just wanting to walk in holiness, to whether that was purity lives or resisting temptations of the world, and standing firm on Christ, maybe in the workplace, that kind of thing. And so walking in holiness, leading our families. And so we're gonna talk about both of those things. Now, I'm not claiming that we're gonna solve all of those things, or that we're all gonna walk out of there having perfected those things. But we certainly want to address those, and to encourage and equip men in those areas. And so we're going to look at Colossians chapter 3, verses 1 through chapter 4, verse 1. So Colossians 3:1 through 4:1. And there's a few things that we see in there. In 1 through 17, you see just putting on the new self, what it looks like to put off our old self, to put on the new self, and to walk with Jesus. And at the end of that section, Paul, in verse 17, he says that whatever you do, in word or deed, do everything in the name of the Lord Jesus. And so that's really the theme of what we're going to be talking about at the conference, is doing everything in the name of the Lord Jesus. So we'll talk first about our personal walks, putting on the new self. Then we'll talk about living for, in verses 18 through 21, Paul addresses husbands and husbands and fathers, so children, and how to address our children and wives. And so we'll talk about living for Christ in the home. And then he talks about servants, bond servants and masters. What we'll look at is primarily employers and employees for us, but really the workplace. And so we'll look at those things while we're there. And I'm excited about that. I think it's going to be a great time. We'll have some time of interaction where we're spending time with one another, discussing things, just getting to know each other. We're going to have a Q&A panel. So when we're talking about living for Christ at home with our as husbands and fathers, we'll also do a Q&A panel where there's be a chance to just ask some men who have been doing this, how they do it, and maybe get some advice, some counsel. And so I think that'll be a really helpful time as well. So a lot of things that I think are going to be fun. In terms of the schedule, just to let you know a little bit about what it looks like, is we'll start on Friday. On Friday, we'll go from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. So we'll have dinner together. So 6 p.m. we're going to provide dinner. We'll have dinner as a group, and then we'll have some time interacting. We'll have a message, and then we'll spend some more time together, and then we'll dismiss for the evening. We'll come back on Saturday morning about 8:30 in the morning. So 8:30 a.m. we'll start with some worship, another message, and that Q&A panel. Some time together, and then we'll have another message and some time, and then we're actually gonna have lunch, and we're gonna have an extended period of lunch on Saturday, where I'm gonna ask guys to bring games, hang out. If the weather's nice, we might be outside shooting some hoops, playing cornhole, throwing horseshoes, I don't know, whatever. So, but just the purpose of that is an extended time of fellowship on the back end of the conference for a few hours. And so on Saturday, we'll go from 8:30 a.m. till about 2 p.m. So Friday, 6 to 9, Saturday, 8:30 to 2, and encourage you to join us for those times. Cost is $20 per person. That's very reasonable, I think. We're providing 2 meals, dinner on Friday night and lunch on Saturday. If you have 2 men in your family that are coming, it's $35. And if you have 3 or more men in your family that are coming, we'll just charge $50 for the family. So keep that in mind. If cost is an issue, let us know so we can help you. We can help out with that. And for some of you, you may actually want to maybe sponsor some folks that might not be able to pay. So cost $20. Um, One last item is age. We're recommending 16 and over. That's not hard and fast. That really just has to do with who this is helpful for as we talk about being husbands, fathers, employees, employers. But if you think it would be helpful for somebody younger than that, just let me know so we can talk about that and so we're aware. Um, but that's what we're recommending. And so, Faith Church, Men of Faith, I'm excited to spend that time with you. I'm excited to connect with you. I'm excited to get to be encouraged and equipped with you. I would also encourage you to invite some friends, other men who need to be encouraged and equipped, other men who need to get plugged into the church. Invite them as well. So I'm excited. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I can't wait to see you there.